resume with no credits and no experience. Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Caruso. Welcome to my channel where you learn how to get connected and thrive in the film industry. If you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who took time to talk with me on the phone or answered my survey so I can learn where you're feeling stuck and unsure. Something that keeps coming up is everyone needing help with their resume. Film is certainly a mysterious industry and there's no one path. So I get it's tricky to know how to format or even what to list on your resume, but don't worry, I got your back. Even if you have no credits and no experience, you can still apply to work in film. Don't underestimate your current skills and experience. I'm guilty of underestimating myself and believing others' fears based on my career choice. Everyone thought I was chasing a fantasy when I said I wanted to pursue working in the movies. I literally felt like a kid saying, I want to travel to the moon one day. It sounds unbelievable. Well, I've got great news. It's a heck of a lot easier to work in film than it is traveling to the moon. Like any career choice, there is risk and a ton of opportunity. You need to believe in yourself, know that you can have a slice of that movie magic, and start taking steps towards your dream. I'll show you how to beef up your resume so you can become desirable and hireable. Let's get into it. Step 1. Take inventory. What work experience do you have so far? Do you have a reliable car and computer? Having reliable transportation to and from work and for errands is necessary. If you want to be an office PA, you will need a reliable computer, know how to make coffee, stock a kitchen, help stock office supplies, professionally answer phones, file paperwork, and have a solid knowledge base for office software. If you want to work as a set PA, you will again need a reliable car. Locations can be anywhere. Have experience managing people, getting food and drink orders, and standing for long periods of time. Of course, this is the laundry list version of these skills. When you list jobs, give context for these skills to illustrate how they are transferable in film. As an example, maybe you have been a personal assistant. You're great at multitasking and handling personal requests with discretion, efficiency, and accuracy. Or if you've been a waiter, you can say something like experience with taking food and beverage orders for multiple people, having a great attitude regardless of circumstances, and physically able to be on my feet throughout the day. Take time to inventory what current skills you have that are aligned with the film industry. Step 2. Film groups. If you have relatable work experience but no film experience, I recommend showing strong interest to work in the film industry. Show active involvement in groups in your area or that align with your gender, ethnicity, etc. If you're a female, get involved in Women in Film and TV. Not only will you have a line item on your resume, but you'll be growing your network, which is something you should always be doing. I recommend listing reputable, known organizations you're a part of in the top part of your resume. You can say member of and then list the organizations. What are some film festivals in your area? Get hired and volunteer as staff. It goes a long way to see someone active in the film community to illustrate they are serious about having a career in film. Step 3. Film education. What courses or workshops have you taken? This does not need to be a degree or a serious investment of your time or money. There are plenty of webinars, weekend or evening trainings. Check your local film union, film groups, and film commission websites and social media pages to see what is up and coming. Again, show you're taking film seriously as a career helps you stand out if you don't have any film experience yet. Okay, for these next steps, I presume you already live in an area where there is film work. I realize this is a big leap, but it is a necessary one. Films are just not shot everywhere, and if you're serious about working in film, then you need to go where the work is. If you need help walking you through a decision to move, please be sure to watch my video, Best Places to Live for Working in Film and TV. If a big move is necessary, please have a game plan in place. have money saved up, already be digitally networking in that area you want to move, so when you arrive you have some connections, and come with a resume that has relatable film skills. If you move with zero experience and zero connections, it will be a long uphill battle. I moved to Atlanta in 2010 and had some film credits, but it still took me a solid 6 months to get consistent work to safely afford my bills. I remember going to networking events and only drinking water or cheap beer because that's literally all I could afford. Then feeling sad in my living room with a lawn chair and just a tube TV, waiting on my phone to ring out of my current network. I was really starting to wonder if I could forge my way into film. Given there were less opportunities then, but I was not completely green and was very grateful I had money to hold me over until work became more consistent. So I get it, moves are hard and scary. So please mitigate your risk by saving money, building a better resume, and digitally networking beforehand. Step 4. Build your resume. Make sure your resume is clean, easy to read, proofread, and has consistent font style and margins. At the top, list your name and desired position. Next, list your contact information, phone number, email, and where you currently reside by city and state. If you have recently moved, listing where you currently reside is especially important. If you only have experience in, say, North Carolina, but recently moved to Georgia, please specify your recent location in the body of the email. As I'm reviewing resumes, if I see someone has worked somewhere else and they do not specify that they live where I'm hiring, I'm going to presume they aren't available. Next can be education or work experience. This will depend on your age and where you're at in your career. If you've just graduated college and have no work experience, list education first. Otherwise, if you have work experience, list the education at the bottom. Let's start with work experience. List your title, company, job description, how long you worked there by months and years, and where you worked by city and state. For education, list the institution, degree, graduation year, and location. Next up is skills. This is where your specialty trainings can come in. Have you taken a lighting workshop? Are you proficient in office software? Within the skills section, you can either have a short paragraph or list whatever workshops and trainings you've done. In the skills section, you can also make it a summary of qualifications and just have a short paragraph about why you're qualified to work in film. Next up is references. These individuals are ideally instructors, managers, or past bosses. Please ask ahead of time if you can use them as a reference and if it's okay to list their name, phone, and email. If someone calls a reference, the last thing you want is for them to be caught off guard, or maybe they're not comfortable being listed as a reference. Be sure to also list your relationship to them. Step 5. Name your resume. Please export and save your resume as a PDF. If you send it in whatever program you designed it in, you risk the formatting getting off or the receiver not being able to open the file. Name your file like this: name, position, month, and year. So Michelle Caruso, Office PA, December 2020. Often the person you are sending your resume to is responsible for hiring other positions. So listing your position and date is helpful as they file it away. I promise you there are way too many Word docs of a file named resume that just go into the trash. Step 6. Send your resume. Okay, take a deep breath. You need to send your resume to someone that can actually hire you. If you have the skills and experience I've just outlined, you are ready to apply to film jobs. I'm serious, do not talk yourself out of it. If you lack confidence to even be hired, I guarantee you will get eaten alive by the strong personalities and rigors of set life. You have to believe in yourself and have confidence to take on any task. You must be able to yell "rolling" over loud conditions, or ask physically intimidating crew members to hold the work so directors can rehearse with talent. There's a lot to get done in the day and tensions can run high. As someone who hires PAs, I either hire that person because of a professional recommendation from a trusted colleague, or the candidate has sent me their resume and impressed me by their email and then interview. When cold emailing, do not simply ask for a job. Remember to put the position you're applying to in the subject of the email. Do some research on who you are contacting and drop a personal connection or compliment their work in a genuine way. List a sentence or two about your experience level and what position you're interested in. Thank them for their time and follow up every 3 months, even if they never respond. You need to be on people's radar so when they are hiring or know someone who is, they will remember you. You may even consider asking for a quick 15-minute phone call so you can better introduce yourself and pick their brain about the industry in their department. When someone has done this approach with me, I guarantee I'll remember them. I also get a better sense of where they're at in their career and who they are. Please prepare questions and things you want to share. Consider it a preliminary interview. And do not be late and do not forget this appointment. That will immediately burn a bridge. And do not underestimate the value of someone responding to your message. These are busy people who are hard to reach. Also, don't be discouraged if no one responds. They may circle back in the future. It's helpful if you do the legwork of staying in touch. Follow these tips and you will land a job in the film industry. Everyone has a different journey, so please be patient. Timing is also a factor. I have experienced the common resume and pitfalls in the annoying hire me emails. I also know what it's like to not believe this career is feasible. If you have always wanted to work in the movies, you can own that and trust that. It may be an unconventional industry, but once you're in, you're in. The great news is once you establish a reputation for yourself, that's when they start calling you. Having multiple offers is a great problem to have. I built 3 resume templates for union and non-union positions. Download them in the resources tab on my website at michelle-caruso.com, and of course I'll leave a link below as well. I also recommend watching my video on how to find jobs in film and TV. I go over more resume tips, interview tips, and how to find crew contact information and how to reach out to the crew that can actually hire you. Thank you, break a leg, and please let me know if you have any more questions about resumes. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.